We read the New Negro by Alaine Locke. We were supposed to write about what does it mean to be a new Negro and what did I learn. The status of African Americans in the 1920s changed after the long struggle of the acceptance of African Americans. In the essay, Locke addresses the fact that the old Negro was tired of the way they were being treated and it had to change. This was very symbolic to the start of the new African American. The new Negro community had entered the Negro community had entered into a new phase when African Americans had acquired self-respect. Negroes were being studied through their art in order to portray them as individuals. The new Negro went beyond race and became more about understanding. African Americans needed to go through hardships to eventually be treated correctly or as humans. I learned that being a new Negro meant being more outspoken and refusing to be oppressed and put down by their fellow man just because they were different, so they started to express themselves.
Hey, how you doing today? We had the book, The New Negro by Alaine Locke. The New Negro basically gets into the New Negro when the African American intellectuals announced the birth of the New Negro around the 20th century, which is the 1930s, when the Black Renaissance was going on. They were attempting, through a bold act of renaming, they kind of changed the way blacks were seen in America by challenging the stereotypes of the old Negro, which is the Negro that first came over from Africa during slavery, and declaring that the new Negro was capable of higher things and to recreate the public face of the race. The new Negro became a dominant figure of the racial uplift between Reconstruction and World War II, as well as a central idea of the Harlem Renaissance. And the new Negro in the book really was just a new form of the Negro, like a more classier, more important roles being created, and just taking the race to a whole nother level. And that was my idea, a new Negro. What I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the Harlem Renaissance and what black people went through during this time, and really Alaine Locke's perspective of the new Negro. And it was a very interesting book, and I advise anybody to go look at it.